Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm one half of Tough Souls, and today I'm here to tell you about the Irish trails that I want to walk in 2025. Okay, but first let's reflect on how I did on my 2024 list. Back in April of 2024, I published a video of the 5 trails that I wanted to walk last year. And admittedly, we were a little slow getting off the mark. It wasn't until September that I walked the first one on that list. And I did the Boyne Valley Camino and really enjoyed myself. Went straight into St. Kevin's Way in Wicklow, really enjoyed myself. And then the day after I got back from St. Kevin's Way, I strained my MCL, which is the inside band of your knee. Bad strain, tiny tear, who knows? It's mid-January of 2025 and it still sometimes wakes me up at night. But that recovery journey is going really well compared to how I was back in October of last year. So I got 2 out of the 5 trails that I wanted to get done last year. But that happens. That's just life sometimes. So like I mentioned last year, I really want to walk the Bangor Trail in Mayo. It's in Wild Neffin or Ballycroy National Park, and that is one of the wilder areas of all of Ireland and has won awards for its dark sky. Like the nights there are, if you get a clear night, if you can get a clear sky, no rain clouds in Ireland, it is apparently absolutely spectacular. Carl and I did the Western Way, which went through that area, and it was magnificent. So I've wanted to go back. The Bangor Trail is a linear 25k trail starting in the village of Bangor Airs and finishing at the Letterkeane Bothy. And the second trail that I want to walk in that area is the Letterkeane Bothy Loop. So this trail is maybe about 12k and it's apparently an absolutely gorgeous day hike. The reason that the Bangor Trail and the Letterkeane Bothy are at the top of the list is also because Mayo is quite a boggy county, and I've said it before, but the midges there are just horrendous in high summer. So I'm really hoping to get to do these trails before summer comes and the midges return. Midges are like little biting insects, much smaller than mosquitoes, not a mosquito, but relentless none the same. I know we don't have anything compared to the midges of Scotland, but regardless, I would like to enjoy these trails as much as possible, and therefore hopefully these are going to be pretty soon on my to-do list, all things going well. So that's trail number 1 and 2. We're in Mayo. Trail number 3 is the Avonmore Way, which was also something I'd hoped to do last year. Apart from the obvious reason of injury, by the time I was actually getting stuck into the list, it was autumn. And the Avonmore Way is a beautiful trail through deciduous forestry, and it kind of looks its best in spring, summer, when it's full of colour and vibrance and life. I think I would have done it a disservice if I'd filmed it in December when I was able to walk again, because it is only around 12-13 kilometres, so it would have been within the range for me to be able to do that kind of a walk in my recovery journey. But I also want to share trails when they're at their best. So that trail is definitely going to be later in the year, not before April, probably July or something. Trail number 4 is the Miners Way in Wicklow, a 19-kilometre trail that takes in Glendesan, Glendalough, possibly Glenmalure as well. And I'm really interested in doing this trail because it connects to a lot of the more modern history of the area. Doing St. Kevin's Way last year was beautiful, and it took in a lot of the folklore and that kind of like, I'm not going to say ancient history, but from a time gone by, whereas the Miners Way is a much more recent history of the mining that went on in that area. Wicklow is just a beautiful county. I can't help but want to do all the trails there. But for 2025, I will be delighted if I get the Avonmore Way and the Miners Way done. And so trail number 5 is another pilgrim path because I'm really enjoying doing the pilgrim paths of Ireland. And it is the Tuathair Pádraig in County Mayo. So back in maybe 2018, Carl and I did the Crowpatrick Heritage Trail as part of their walking festival. And we had a fantastic time. It was a really, really enjoyable weekend and they put on an amazing event. The Tuathair Pádraig is its sister trail in a way. It brings you through a lot of the same areas and also brings you up Crowpatrick. So I'm really excited to go back there and visit the area and walk a very similar trail, but this time probably on my own or not as part of a big walking festival. And yeah, dig into more of the stories of the area. Okay, trail number 6 is St. Finbarr's Path down in Cork. Northwest Cork, I guess, as it finishes in Gougane, which is an absolutely gorgeous area. Carl and I walked through there in possibly also 2018 on the Sligeltach Muscree. I think that was the name. Sligeltach Muscree. Carl and I walked through there doing the Sligeltach Muscree, and it was like Gougane is just phenomenal. So hearing that there is a 36-kilometre trail down there that brings you back into that valley, sign me straight up. It also has about 1,300 metres of climbing, so it's gonna be a big day out if I do it in one day. But who knows? Either way, I'm really looking forward to being back down in those hills. Now I'm deliberating if I'm throwing in a 7th trail, because we know my list is never ending. Do I really want to go hell for leather on these pilgrim paths? No, you know what? We'll leave it there. We'll do a check-in mid-summer, see where we're at. If I can add on some more trails, I will, because of course these are not the only 6 hikes I'm going to do this year. I have a lot more ideas stewing, plans being made. I really want to finish documenting the county high points for Tough Souls. I've climbed them all, I've done them all, but I haven't documented them. So this year, I really, really, really want to get out and do those. I still have 14 county high points to film for you guys out of 26. So that's still quite a few to do. Between these 6 trails and my other adventures that are still in the planning stages, I am really, really looking forward to 2025. As always, the biggest, deepest thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. It means so much that I can keep making videos and have the outdoors be such a big part of my life. This week I'd like to say a huge thank you to Andrew Moore, to all of the Gypsons, and to Ada McInerney. Apologies if my pronunciation isn't right. If there are trails that you think should be on my list, let me know in the comments. And if you have trails that you yourself are doing and are really looking forward to, let me know as well. And otherwise, I will see you in our next video. And then number 6 is a toss-up between 2 more pilgrim paths. We're either looking at St. Finbarr's Pilgrim Path down in northwest Cork. It finishes in Gougane, or we're looking at St. Declan's Way in Tipperary. Do I want to just say I want to do 7 trails? Maybe I want to do 7 trails.